Yo, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I have another player review for you all. It is another storyline player review. So before we get into it, big thank you to the subscriber who did let me on the account to test out storyline 89 rated Belotti. He's an absolute beast, guys. I played a couple of games with him, which you'll see the highlights for after this match. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a live game or it will just be the highlights like yesterday for the Fred review. I'm not sure which way we're going to take it, but I can tell you guys that this player, he is very, very good. So hopefully this video can help you make up your mind whether you want to go for Fred, Carrasco, or Belotti himself. If you enjoy it, smash like down below. Subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content, guys. So much coming to the channel. Team of the season is so soon. I'm very, very excited. Hopefully I just push out some amazing content during that time. I have a lot of plans, so hopefully this Friday will be the start of something very, very special. But Belotti, we are focusing on today. I'm not sure how many player reviews we're going to focus on up until Team of the Season, but Belotti is one that I couldn't really miss out. Obviously, here's the reward for hitting level 30 in the new season. 89 rated, same as the other two cards, obviously. But what does Belotti have compared to a Fred or Carrasco? Well, we'll talk about that more in the player review. But he is a striker, and he is from the Serie A, plays for Torino. 87 pace, 91 shooting, 70 passing, 89 dribbling, 45 defending with 90 physical. Some really, really solid stats in the areas which you'd want to be really, really good for a striker. And obviously the dynamic image is great too, the Belotti celebration. 5'11", high work rates, which for a striker is not the best, to be honest. I prefer high medium, high low, but that is his work rate. Right-footed, 3-star skill moves is a issue, I would say, because I've used Ben Yedder, I've used the likes of Eusebio, the likes of David Villa, those types of cards all have 4-star skill moves. This card 3-star, can't do the Berber spins, can't do the La Croquetas, if anyone's doing them still after FIFA 19. Why? He can't do them skill moves, which is a problem, but he does have the 5-star weak foot, which is the most important thing in my opinion. I think you can more or less get away with having 3-star skill moves if you have the 5-star weak foot, because you go on either foot, you can surprise your opponent, and trust me, that left foot, it feels like a full 5-star weak foot. None of them foot birthday rubbish, it is a 5-star weak foot. 87 acceleration, 87 sprint speed, he has 95 attack positioning, 98 finishing, insane. 91 shot power, 75 long shots, 92 volleys, 86 penalties. Passing stats, they're not very good. 74 vision, 51 crossing, 68 free kick accuracy, 83 short pass, which is important for a 2-striker formation and even a 1-striker to link up with the wingers and the midfield. 51 long pass, it's terrible, guys. It's honestly terrible, but again, for a striker, is it really that necessary? 78 curve, he's got 90 agility, 86 balance switch. With an engine chemistry style, obviously it's really, really nice. 87 reactions, 86 ball control, 90 dribbling, 86 composure. That is an area that did surprise me in game. I saw the stats, I thought, will it really show? It does. 34 interceptions, 92 heading accuracy is great. 60 defensive awareness, 25 stand tackle, 35 slide tackle. Don't really care about them stats. 91 jumping, 88 stamina, 90 strength, 91 aggression. That is what really matters. That physical is phenomenal, and obviously it's what separates this Belotti card from smaller strikers on this game, which really don't have, maybe like a Mertens, they can't hold themselves up front. He is the guy that will be able to brush off some very, very strong defenders in this game. Power header and the outside the foot trait being so important in my opinion. I just really, really appreciate when strikers do that, because I think it might be the most overpowered shot in the game, the outside the foot shot. So to have the trait is fantastic, guys. But you can see there the record, 10 games, 9 goals, 2 assists. He performed very well. Nice return on him in division rivals and in the weekend league. What we'll do now, guys, we'll get into the highlights that I did manage to get with this Belotti card. Hopefully make up your mind whether he's worth completing. So here we go then, guys, into just the highlights that we did manage to get with Belotti in some division rivals matches earlier this morning, which we did stream on Twitch. If you want to check out the Twitch link, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. We'll be playing FIFA pretty much every day, Warzone, all that fun stuff on the Twitch stream. But I did really enjoy playing with this Belotti card. I'm going to talk about his pros, his cons, and whether you should actually choose him from the season pass. So guys, what did I like about this Belotti? Well, going into it, I thought, you know what, I haven't really used a striker like him this year. I've used the likes of Ben Yedder, as I said earlier, Eusebio. These are some of the best cards in the game. What does this Belotti offer to make himself similar to those? What separates him from them guys? Well, Belotti doesn't have the skill moves, but he has amazing finishing. 98 finishing on the card. All of his shooting stats pretty much are insane. 95 positioning, 98 finishing, as I say, 91 shot power, 92 volleys. You can guarantee that this guy, when he gets in front of goal, will do the business. And I think that's what he is. He's a goal scorer supreme. He will score a lot of goals for you guys if you were to choose him. And I think that's just what you have to consider. The other two from the storyline, they're different types of players, aren't they? So if you're lacking a striker in your team, he will bring the finishing, the clinical edge to it. Dribbling was so good as well. And that's one of the things that surprised me. 90 agility, 86 balance on a striker, which has his height, has the sort of idea, the idea in mind that I had of Belotti. I thought he'd feel quite clunky. I was completely wrong. He felt very smooth on the ball. He felt quick to actually run away from defenders, create runs. His runs were actually fantastic. His positioning as well, phenomenal. With 95 positioning, you would expect that from a card, but to know that he's in the right spots with the high work rates did make me just think, yeah, he is a top striker in this game. 87 acceleration, 87 sprint speed. I think if you were to boost that up, he would feel very, very quick in game. Again, that's something that surprised me, and I've included a few clips where maybe he's not involved with the goal scoring, but you see the runs he makes where he's making himself available. You see here, lovely pass from Sane into Belotti. Somehow manages to get by, and just at the near post against Nick Pope. What a clutch goal that is in the 86th minute. To win us the game, it showed exactly what Belotti offers to the team. What he brings to your squad is just the finishing edge, it's the composure, it's the clinical aspect of this card, which I was very, very impressed with. Somehow he managed to dribble past. See how he keeps the ball really close to him? I think it's the high dribbling stats that he has in game, the ball control. I was very, very impressed with. 86 composure, I say he was very composed. 86 composure, it's not an exceptional stat on paper, but in game when you combine that with really, really top finishing, you expect what you get what you expect really. And you see there in the background, guys, the way David Villa turns, he does a Berber spin. Belotti can't do that, and I think that is a massive thing for me anyway. I just rely so heavily on skill moves like that. We do another one there with David Villa, which almost does lead to a goal. And it's one of them things, you might want 4-star skill moves, you might not, and that's a big disadvantage, which we'll talk about more in a second. But to continue on with the pros, physical, 91 jumping, 88 stamina, 90 strength, 91 aggression. These are phenomenal physical stats, up there with some of the best strikers in the game, I believe, for physical stats. For those striker cards where you want them to hold up the ball, you want them to be able to pass the ball quickly, hold off the defenders, he can do exactly that. So I think that's just a fantastic aspect of the card. If you like a hold-up striker, you will love Belotti. 5-star weak foot as well. It adds a sort of surprise element to the card because I haven't really used Belotti too much. To have him have the 5-star weak foot really does take this card from, yeah, it's a good card, to a really, really top-tier card that you can honestly use in FUT Champions for the next, for the foreseeable future, to be honest, until Team of the Season comes out. I think Belotti just adds that 5-star weak foot. Again, it's just so important. Look how clinical he is in the background. You'll see this game was his best game for me, and he was so damn good in it. But what didn't I like about the cards so much? Well, the downside for me, the 3-star skill moves, we already spoke about it. It just really limits the card. I think it doesn't matter so much as a striker compared to when you're a winger who has 3-star skill moves. But to have only the 3-star was frustrating. But look at this goal. Best goal that Belotti has scored so far. Fantastic strike. It was just a Ronaldo sort of chop and then into a finesse shot. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't expect it at all. And it showed me that he can really pull something out of the bag when you really need it. And that's what special players have in this game. They're able to do things that you might not expect. And I was very impressed with that. To continue on with the downsides, I would say there are quite a lot of similar cards out there. Potentially the same with Fred. I'm not sure about Carrasco. I think Carrasco might be a bit more unique. But Belotti, you've got the likes of Immobile. You might have had that Scream Dzeko, which was out at the time. These are obviously not as good as Belotti. They don't have the dribbling stats. They don't have the sort of maybe the pace as a Belotti card. And he's free, by the way. Belotti is free. Well, a lot of grind, but 3. That is his best game in the background that you're seeing. There are just a lot of similar cards, and that might impact your decision whether you need him or you do not. You might decide to go with a Fred or Carrasco, maybe a bit more unique if we're comparing to them guys. But overall, he's probably one of the most impressive strikers that I've used that wasn't really an icon in this stage. I'd say he feels like an icon. He feels like one of them icon cards where they don't have the sort of crazy price to them because they don't have the insane stats, but they have very, very good stats. Very, very impressive in game. He was so clinical. 5-star weak foot was very, very impressive. So I think if you're going to choose this guy, you need to think, do I need a striker in the team? I'm not sure how important he would be off the bench because he doesn't have insane pace. I think if you're going to get him, you have to start him in your team to have a major impact. I do believe he will score a lot of goals. For an overall rating, I'm going to give him a 9.1. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash like down below. Subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content. Hopefully, very, very soon, we'll have a lot more stuff coming to the channel. I enjoyed these storyline players. One more to do, Carrasco. Not sure if we'll be doing that one, but if you want any more player reviews before team of the season, let me know down in the comments down below. I'll see you very, very soon. See you later.